If you didn't see it yesterday because you are a healthy, functioning adult and you are not on Twitter, it was a pretty bad day for Hasbro over there, with an investor essentially openly mocking them over on their profile. We're talking about a major shareholder here. This is not really looking good for Hasbro, and let's get into a little bit as to explaining what happened and why this is so, I would say shocking, but I guess I'm not really shocked or surprised by any of all this. This article from Business Wire is one that I received, and I know that this was posted last February, but this is actually pretty interesting to see how this all kind of informs what all's going on today. Altafox Capital Management nominates 5 highly qualified and independent candidates for election to Hasbro's board of directors. I won't read through the whole article. I'm going to highlight a certain paragraph that I think is particularly damning in this article. But if you want to, the article is going to be down in the description below, and you can go and read it for yourself. I'm going to scroll down here to this one paragraph just because this one stands out to me as the whoa, biggest call out against Hasbro here. As Hasbro shareholders have suffered significant underperformance over the last 5 years, its senior leadership and directors have received more than $180 million in compensation. Hasbro's total annual board compensation exceeds that paid to the board of directors of Apple Inc. and many other world-class companies of greater scale and with superior results. Meanwhile, none of the current directors have purchased even a single share of Hasbro stock over the last 10 years. Despite weak underlying performance, the company's most recent proxy statement disclosed that Chief Executive Officer compensation has soared to $16.7 million, 223 times the median Hasbro employee compensation, and 245 times the median Rhode Island household income. Rhode Island is where Hasbro is based out of, okay? Now, one of the reasons why I didn't specifically cover this myself here is because I'm not a money guy. I watch it from the outside, but this needs somebody that is like a finance person really going through it, not somebody that just has a bachelor's degree in marketing and then they're going to tell you what this says. We need somebody with more experience and know-how than me going through this entire article and picking it apart. But yeah, like I said, I will post this down in the description below. I don't want to say something here and then give you bad information. But anyways, so I read through this enough to at least kind of comprehend it, not so much to explain it. I still don't know that I got it 100% of the way there, but I used this in a tweet that I sent out to D&D Beyond in response to their whole we're playtesting the OGL tweets. What D&D Beyond said was, "We want to thank the community for continuing to share their OGL 1.2 feedback with us. Already more than 10,000 of you have responded to take the survey, which will close on February 3rd. Take the survey here. So far, survey responses have made it clear that this draft of OGL 1.2 hasn't hit the mark for our community. Please continue to share your thoughts. Thanks to direct feedback from you and our virtual tabletop partners, it's also clear that the draft VTT policy missed the mark. Animations were clearly the wrong focus, so we'll do better next round. We will continue to keep the article updated with any new details posted here or elsewhere on the OGL. You can read it here." So what I said in response was, "You all are playtesting a legal document. Stop, get rid of the folks that thought this was a swell idea, and talk to actual contract and copyright attorneys. This is an embarrassing admission of incompetence. #OpenDND. The reason why I'm showcasing one of my tweets here is because it will come into play here in a second, because I quote tweet this article. I quote tweet D&D Beyond here, and I say, "Hey, at Altafox Capital, the people that wrote this article over here, the #DND and OpenDND community would love to hear the shareholders and investors' opinions on Wizards crowdsourcing the D&D license." Celta Open says, "Sad how this is just another unforced error by Has. I wonder if the 13F for Altafox Capital will have any Hasbro shares left when this gets published in February." Connor Haley, "They are leaderless." This is the guy at Altafox Capital. "They are leaderless. We tried to put people on the board of directors that would A, care about the community, and B, think strategically about these issues, and C, had subject matter experience. Chris Cox is in very short span and has managed to alienate both MTG and D&D core customers. Sad." Over in his own Twitter feed, Connor Haley has been basically teeing off on WotC all yesterday. My guess is Chris Cox doesn't even last 3 years as CEO at Hasbro. He's clearly over his head. First ran a 30-year Magic the Gathering anniversary set at $1,000 price point that you couldn't even play in competitive formats. likely had low revenue impact but serious brand damage. And second, now this with D&D, crash course on how to alienate your most passionate fans. Chris Cox handpicked Cynthia Williams to lead Wizards of the Coast even though she never played Magic the Gathering. This is on him. Cox has managed to alienate most Magic the Gathering and D&D fans in such a short period of time. One of the worst starts to a CEO tenure of recent memory. Alienating D&D fans ahead of the movie release is an incredible unforced error. If Magic the Gathering declines in 2023 and D&D falls short of expectations, Cox is in serious trouble. He got a lot of quote-unquote credit for MTG growth when he was president, even though most of it came from Arena, which started before he was even there. It's really unfortunate that a lot of this was completely avoidable. Now you can see the outrage in the player community. Now, this article may be unfortunately timed to have dropped yesterday, but it is interesting to see that it did drop yesterday. I don't think that this is exactly in response to everything that was going on over on Twitter, but it was just interesting to see that, toy maker Hasbro laying off 1,000 to cut costs. This article is reporting in here that this was part of a proposed plan to save up to $300 million annually by 2025, but just interesting, I guess. Is reporting that Eric Nyman, president and chief operating officer, is also departing the company. This is just not really looking good for Hasbro. I don't know. This is not really the sign of a lot of confidence in the company. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Just reporting on this because I just feel like this is pretty insane to be seeing something like one of the biggest shareholders openly mocking them over on Twitter. It's like not looking good for Hasbro. Anyways, let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. This is going to be a wild time. Anyways, I hope you all are staying safe, staying healthy, and I'll see you all in the next one.